Hello wonderful people, you are welcome back. In this video I am going to explain to you in the things on how to make your liquid soap with your cooking salt. We actually call it transparent liquid soap. So you are basically going to need just 3 things. It is very easy, but you have to be very smart about it. If not, you might not get a very good outcome. So we are going to need basically 3 things, just as I have mentioned earlier before. So the first thing we are going to need is our SLS. Before I'll proceed, I would like us to know the meaning of this chemical called SLS. SLS is a chemical that looks like a grain of rice. We are going to need 500 grams of SLS to make 20 liters of cooking salt liquid soap. We are going to need Texapon 800 grams, and this will act as our base. We are going to need our cooking salt, 1 kg of cooking salt. This cooking salt acts as preservative in this production, and it also acts as cleansing agent. It also performs double function in this production. So 2 sachets of salt will be needed because it is not up to 1 kg. In order to get your 1 kg of cooking salt, you have to use 500 grams each. 500 grams plus 500 grams. That will give you 1 kg. So if your grams is 1 kg directly, you can go for it. And if you feel like adding colors, you can use any color of your choice. As for this production, I am going to use color green. And we are going to need our mixing bowl and turning stick because we are mixing, because we need to mixing well. Good mixing also affects the outcome of your soap. So this is the water we are going to need. Preparations: 20 liters of water. Everything I'll be doing in this soap is from this water. I'm not going to add any extra water to it. So the first thing I always advise people is that if there is any chemical that needs to be dissolved, please dissolve them before you start your production. It is very, very important for you to have a very good outcome. So what I'm doing now is, out of my 20 liters of water, I am going to take about 5 liters into the barrel that you are seeing here, and I'm going to add my SLS and let it be clear before we start our production. So guys, this is my SLS. I'm going to add it into the water. Caution, please, when you are doing this, make sure you have your nose mask on and your hand glove, because SLS have a choking effect, and make sure you work in an open environment. It is not advisable to make liquid soap or work with chemical in a closed environment. That is typical error. If today is your first time of coming across our channel, you are mostly welcome. Please do well to join this wonderful family by hitting on subscribe button, and when you do so, don't forget to put on your notification bells so that whenever we upload new video, you will get notified. So this is me trying to mix my SLS, and I'm trying to dissolve it immediately. I'm not just trying to let it mix well with the water. Next step, I'm going to dissolve my color. So I took about 10 grams for 20 liters production, but it actually depends on how deep or light you want your color to be, and it also depends on the quantity of color you were able to get. But the matter was to make you get water soluble color and oil soluble color. Water soluble dissolve in water, while oil soluble color dissolve in oil. So this is our SLS. You can see how clear it has become. This is the chemical that looks like a grain of rice that I poured into the water the other time. So this is it now. Check it out. So let's start our production. Remember, the remaining quantity of water remaining in the bucket the other time I showed you. Okay, the main preparation. I'm turning it into my mixing bowl, and we are going to come in with our Texapon and the one that looks like gel. Please, whenever you are getting your chemicals, make sure you get them from a very good source, because nowadays we have a lot of fake chemicals in the market. Adulterated, expired chemicals are in the market, and this will surely affect the outcome of your soap. So it's just for you to have a trusted vendor. So after adding my Texapon in the water, you go ahead and make sure you mix it until you are not seeing any pieces of soap. Basically, if you are stirring very well, you can stir this for about 10 minutes only with your Texapon and water, and that is what you see me doing. After tutorial mixing, this is what it has become. Just my Texapon and my water only. I have not added any other thing to it, neither apply. So after stirring very well, I will now come in with my SLS, the one we dissolve in the water that looks like a grain of rice. So you will add and keep it for like up to 10 or 15 minutes, depending on how fast your stirring move actually. So after stirring for like 10 to 15 minutes, the next thing we are going to add is our cooking salt. Wow. Some people actually dissolve theirs before adding anything, but since I have been making my own, this is the method I have been using, and I can assure you 100% that it has been working for me. Step 2. So I'm adding my salt directly to it. Can you see it? So in the process of adding your salt, you're going to start noticing that the soap will start changing to the way you're mixing it. Like, it will start to get thick, and if at that moment you're not noticing any changes, instead something is definitely wrong. So guys, this is me adding my salt. At this point, my soap will start changing and look creamy and thick. Note this method of liquid soap, you can also make it and sell. Now back to preparation. So after tutorial mixing, we are going to add our color. Cut in. I have always advised you, no matter the type of liquid soap you are making, due to some reason I have in one of our videos, do not add your color and your perfume directly. This is more like a caution. If you have not checked that video, you can check it now. Okay guys, let's go back. I'm also going to take a little quantity of this production and keep it aside, but in a safe place and not to be trashed. And I'm not going to add color to it. I just want to show you what it will look like without color, because it's a difference with the one with color and with the one without color. So the one I scoop in is the one I am adding the color to. Scoop a little quantity first and add your color and your perfume to it. Mix it very well before returning to the main production. Some of these colors and perfume, they have a very strong effect that can break down some of the chemical. So by the time your soap is settled, it will become watery, and that is why it is not advisable to add them together, to add your color and your perfume directly to your production. Alright guys, so this is me now mixing the one that I scoop out, and I add my color and my perfume too. After giving it the tutorial mixing, I will add it back to my main production. After adding it back to your soap, give it a very good minute for like 5 to 7 minutes, and after that you keep it for it to settle down, and you are going to see what your soap will look like. So this is me mixing my color and my perfume with my soap. Finally guys, this is the one I kept without color. this is what it is going to look like without color. So for those of you that might want to have white color liquid soap, you might say you want it white, and you must definitely get it white because it is actually transparent. Wow, this is colorless. This is just like water. So can you see what it has become? So clean and clear. Wow, can you see that it is not falling off from my spoon? It shows you how thick it is. It is not just dropping like water. Now I'm going to show you the one that has been mixed with color. This is the one with color. Can you see how transparent it is? That you can see reflection of everything happening around. Wow, this is the very easiest way. This is a very easiest way of producing liquid soap with your cooking salt. All right guys, thank you very much for watching this video till the end. Bye, and please don't forget to subscribe on our Idomas TV by Johnson Job, and turn on your notification bells on the channel for future videos updates like this one. My name is Precious Flimsy Gold. Bye, we love you.